With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Great. Hey, 73.
Hurts. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Silver.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
63. Hey! Crown left, get it.
Throwing is Hurts. That's complete right around the 8. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Barkley pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a third effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a fourth.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now an audible here into something else. To throw is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. The Ravens at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
No, we changed it. Hey, Ozzie, check out.
In motion, the tight end. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Got to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hey, easy, 63, pass. Get it.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now Hurts changing up the play. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marvin Mims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's Jackson. That's Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's to the 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Go.
Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Right shot. 13.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Trenton Simpson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Jackson now. He dumps it off for Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. Now Lamar changing the look. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, middle. You at X.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Now they'll change things up. Jackson. This is caught. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got him in. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
63.
up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Tiger 73. Hey, Silver. Kyle left Getty. 63.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Hurts sets up to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Kyle left Getty. Hey, easy. 63, back.
Throwing is Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And he takes a pretty good lift there as he'll wind up getting about 3. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Hey.
Out of the gun now on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. They got to get to the 23 here on third. In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. It looks like they'll move things around here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Hurts. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Dillon will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Here's 1st and 10.
Out. Hey, 73.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Hey, Silver. Foul that Yanni. 63. Miami. Hey.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyquan Thornton. 56 yards. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's 2nd down.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 3rd down and 5. Now Lamar changing the play.
Hey, report.
Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Oh, it's Silver, ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Hey, easy, 63, back. Yeti.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Tiger Hornet. Go Silver, ready? Hey, 73.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Running left, it's Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Great. Set.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
73. Hey, Silver. Foul that Yeti. 63. Hey.
He'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Foul that Yeti. Great. Set.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Get it, get it. Foul up, get it. Foul up, get it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Eagles, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ay, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, they pay out, they pay out. I'm finished. Then grade out the lake. I slip, watch the women. I curse. Don't meet your mate. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo out.